Seville is the capital of Andalusia and the fourth largest city in Spain. We were lucky to have visited this gorgeous city in early January 2023. We start with this beautiful rooftop panorama. On the left you find the Church of the Divine Saviour in Seville, which was built on the place of a mosque in Baroque style. Then comes the Church of Santa Cruz, which is the headquarters of the Brotherhood of Santa Cruz, and finally, the Cathedral of Seville. At the time of its completion, in the early 16th century, surpassed the Hagia Sophia as the largest cathedral in the world, a title the Byzantine Church held for 1,000 years. One of the most prominent features of the cathedral is the Giralda, the bell tower. Its height is 105 meters, and it is the former minaret of Almohad Mosque that stood on the site under Muslim rule, and was built to resemble the minaret of the Qutubiyya Mosque in Marrakesh, Morocco. Our next stop is the Plaza de España in Maria Luisa Park. It was built in 1928 for the Iberico-America Exposition of 1929. The Plaza complex is a huge half circle. The buildings are accessible by 4 bridges over the moat, representing the ancient kingdoms of Spain. Without a doubt, this is one of the most imposing plazas in Spain. The plaza is known as the Venice of Spain, a major tourist attraction and the finishing point of the horse and carriage rides. Spain's goal with the exhibition was to make symbolic peace with its former American colonies. Today, the buildings of the Plaza de España have been renovated and adapted for use as offices for government agencies. The plaza has also been used as a filming location, including scenes for Lawrence of Arabia. In the center you find the Vincent Traver fountain, who was the chief architect of the 1929 exhibition. Alcázar of Seville is a royal palace, built for the Christian king Peter of Castile. The main entrance of the Alcázar takes its name from the 19th century tilework, a crowned lion holding a cross in its claws. It was built by Castilian Christians on the site of Muslim Alcázar, or residential fortress. The fortress was mostly destroyed after the Christian conquest of Seville in 1248. The courtyard of the Maidens is a reference to the story that the Moors demanded an annual tribute of 100 virgins from the Christian kingdom of Iberia. The Ambassador's Hall is the ancient throne room built during the reign of Al-Mutamid in the 11th century. In the 14th century, Pedro of Castile remodeled the hall to make it a centerpiece of its royal palace. Plant motifs in plasterwork were added in the corners of the room and spandrels of the arches. The gardens. All palaces of Al-Andalus had garden orchards with fruit trees, horticultural produce, and a wide variety of fragrant flowers. The garden orchards not only supplied food for the palace residents, but had the aesthetic function of bringing pleasure. Water was ever present in the form of irrigation channels, runnels, jet, ponds, and pools. The gardens adjoining the Alcázar of Seville have undergone many changes. In the 17th century, during the reign of Philip III, the Italian designer Vermodo Resta introduced the Italian Mannerist style. Resta was responsible for the Grotto Gallery, transforming the old Muslim wall into a loggia from which to admire the view of the palace gardens.